What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. We have a lot to talk about today when it comes to Kamala Harris. Now, again, I know we're kind of dipping our toes into US politics, but this is very important to cover when it comes to Canada's next election coming up next year, in which we want to dethrone Justin Trudeau, and some of the shenanigans, I guess you could say, that are coming around. Now, if you were on the channel a few days ago, you remember a video I dropped showing Kamala Harris undoubtedly cheating during Tuesday night's debate against Donald Trump, where she was wearing an earpiece audio system built into a pair of earrings. Now, if that wasn't enough, we're now seeing alleged accusations that an ABC whistleblower is going to be coming out, revealing some pretty shocking truths. And again, I want everybody to take this with a grain of salt. This is hearsay at this point, but I'll still report on it because it's out there. People need to know about it. But there's a lot to discuss in regards to what's happening with Kamala Harris. And we are going to get into all of that right away. But first, a word from this video's sponsor, Unholy History. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Unholy History. If you've watched political videos on the YouTube platform, you've undoubtedly heard of the Celtic Canuck. She now comes to us with this new YouTube channel called Unholy History, which delves into the darkest chapters of human history and explores the lives of the most notorious figures who have left an indelible mark on the world. This channel brings you meticulously researched stories of true crime, infamous criminals, and macabre events, presented through the compelling narration and haunting visuals. Unholy History is dedicated to uncovering the unsettling truths behind history's most chilling tales. Whether you're fascinated by true crime, intrigued by the macabre, or simply curious about the shadowy side of human nature, this channel offers an immersive journey into the stories that continue to captivate and terrify. Join them as they navigate the blurred lines between good and evil, revealing the motivations, secrets, and legacies of those who defied the moral codes of their time. Unholy History is a wonderful, amazing new YouTube channel that's breaking the boundaries on true crime in a new spiritual way. Head over to there right now, look at the link below in the channel, and give Unholy History and Celtic Canuck your support right now. Again, link down in the description. Let's start by taking a look over at the Daily Caller over on Twitter. Again, this is a great channel to follow if you want your news about the US election, if you want to know all the inside stuff that's happening. Daily Caller is a great channel. I would highly recommend going to check them out. Of course, this post here saying Harris Faulkner tells Dems she didn't even need Google to know Kamala Harris lied during the debate. Let's take a look just to the intro of this video, and it really paints a picture as to what we're about to discuss.
Tuesday night. The Los Angeles Times is reporting on how ABC's moderators, who you see pictured there, prepared to go after Trump during the debate. ABC's Lindsay Davis told the paper she and co-moderator David Muir prepped hard to fact-check Trump after the first debate, where she says, quote, people were concerned that statements were allowed to just hang and not be disputed by the candidate Biden. Well, did they prepare for Kamala Harris? Or just by complicity did they assume that maybe she'd only say what was true and only answer their questions? Fact-checking needs to be done on both sides.
That's a very interesting point, that fact-checking needs to be done on both sides. I've seen many comments in that earlier video about Kamala's earrings saying that, again, very much what I agree with. This was a very 3-against-1 debate. Fact-checking against Donald Trump, nothing against Kamala Harris. And in fact, microphones were supposed to be muted throughout the debate when someone wasn't speaking. Of course, Kamala Harris being given leeway when it came to her microphone, of course, cutting off Donald Trump many times. Now, many people have said that there was no clear winner in that debate. I disagree. I still think Donald Trump completely creamed that debate. However, I can see where that argument comes up. I can see where that point gets made that, look, Donald was scrambling. How couldn't you scramble? You had 3 people who allegedly had questions ahead of time, who were using earpieces, who were being fed statistics and information. It was a complete gang up. You can even see here, as the polls show, again, more Democratic-leaning outlets are reporting that Kamala Harris has gained 5 points, when in fact Donald Trump is up 6 by others. But here's a clip I wanted to show back on good old CNN, the Clown News Network, showing just some facts here that people have kind of had enough of the lies. People are getting fed up with what's going on. Of course, this poll, or the quote coming through saying she is the worst polling Democrat against Donald Trump in history on national polls. She's losing key factions to the Democratic base. The audio's a little quiet on this one. I've tried to bump it up as much as I can, but let's take a listen and hear what the exact conversation is in this clip.
This is a woman who can deal with any man. Putin, Donald Trump, or anybody else, and she established that.
She is the worst polling Democrat against Donald Trump in history on national polls. No one is performing worse than her. No one's performing worse than her among blacks, among Hispanics, the worst performing Democrat in modern history among those demographics, worst performing polling-wise among Jews. She is losing key factions of the Democratic base. Muslim voters, she's at under 50, she's at 52% in the latest CAIR poll among black Muslims. She is not.
This is a woman.
I mean, they're dropping straight facts here. These are facts. The statistics speak for themselves if you're not having earpieces in your ears. Of course, here, Rook coming out saying ABC moderator straight up admits they had to tip the scales against Donald Trump. Again, it was 3-1. They're out to stop Trump. They just want to make sure that the good old Democratic machine rolls forward in the next election. If you don't think there's going to be any shenanigans, I'm going to say, because I know YouTube kicks out certain words. Again, reminding you guys, if you're watching this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. These videos, ever since the Kamala Harris video, my videos have been getting slammed and buried in YouTube's algorithm. Make sure if you're enjoying this content to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. It helps this channel greatly get out this kind of information. But on to what we're hearing now that is coming out, again, alleged. Take this with a grain of salt until something comes out. I'm not going to get behind anything, but there's definitely a lot of this circling around. Black insurrectionist tweeting out, I will be releasing an affidavit from ABC whistleblower regarding the debate. I have just signed an NDA with the attorney of the whistleblower. The affidavit states how Harris's campaign was given sample questions, which they essentially had the same questions that were given during the debate, and separate assurances of fact-checking Donald Trump, and that she would not be fact-checked at all. Accordingly, the affidavit states that several other factors that were built into the debate were to give Kamala a significant advantage. I've seen and read the affidavit, and after the attorney blacks out the name of the whistleblower and other information that could dox the whistleblower, I will release the full affidavit. I will be releasing the affidavit before the weekend is out. Now, again, I've checked. Nothing has been released as of now. But again, I don't think somebody would make those claims unless they had something to actually release. So again, I'll be waiting on that one. I will check out if in fact that does get dropped over the weekend. And if it does, I will make another video showing it. But it's of no surprise as we talk about Kamala Harris and the Democrats essentially pushing wherever they can to try and strengthen this election in their favor. Now, it's important to note, nobody elected Kamala. Nobody said, this is our president-elect. Nobody said that this is going to be our president running. It was just Joe Biden drops out. Here's Kamala Harris. Let's move forward with her. These are the kind of shenanigans that if you live in Canada, you can expect to see as Justin Trudeau heads to the podium next year to try and convince Canadians that he needs their votes. We've heard about Dominion voting. We've heard about all these different tactics that are going to be brought in. We've seen mayors in Canadian cities installed against voter proof, against people's proof. We've seen Joe Biden, who I still believe was installed. Donald Trump, I believe, fully won that election last term. Again, it's going to be interesting as the month wraps up, going into October, to see what happens in the U.S. presidential election. I'd also encourage to see that if Kamala Harris is willing to undergo, say, a debate with a company like Fox and see what they're willing to do for Kamala. It really shows their true colors. Let me know what you guys think down below as I'm rambling now. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you did. I hope it's earned your subscription. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit your bell for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, my live streaming show where not only myself, but the very beautiful Mrs. Fringe joins me here on stream as well. And we talk to you guys about everything that's happened this week in politics, everything coming up in the week ahead, and some back and forth within the community. It's always great to hear what you guys have to say outside of making these videos, and I'll be asking, especially tonight, what you guys think about the new mix of U.S.-Canadian politics, perhaps some world politics coming into this channel as we expand our horizons here on Unacceptable Fringe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and had a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.